Hello everyone, and welcome back to another World of Warplanes review. This time we'll be taking a look at the Hurricane 2. We'll go through the stats in the hangar right here, and then we'll jump into some gameplay. So please stick around, or jump ahead to which part you would like to see more. Alright, let's get started. So, this Hurricane, it's a Tier 5 British light fighter. Right? No, it's a multi-role. Okay, it's a multi-role fighter. My bad. It's got 2 bombs. What do we got? We got 2 250-pound bombs or 4 ground target rockets. Don't do rockets. It's not worth it. You got 420s, Hurricane Mark 2B, so that's the specific model of this plane, and you got Merlin 27 engine. Cool, cool. Now, what else? All right, let's see what the Hurricane did in real life. Hurricane 2. The Hurricane 2 entered service in 1940. Okay, so a year after the war started. Compared to the early fighter variants, it was equipped with a more powerful engine, and its armament was gradually enhanced. This modification remained in production until 1944 and was also built in Canada. Alright, cool. If any of you guys who know a lot about World War II, the Hurricane was quite popular as well, as far as I'm aware. I'll leave a link in the description to a historical article about it, but I don't really want to do the research right now. Lazy, yeah, I know. But anyway, what we have in this game is an FW-190 with better maneuverability and more armor. That's essentially what this plane is. And it's got bombs. I don't think the 190 has bombs. Let's see. The 190A1 is a multi-role. Okay, it does have 450 kilogram or whatever bombs. Not worth it. Those things are useless. So, this Hurricane definitely has much better bombs. And then I also want to see, let's see what Wargaming says about this plane. What do they suggest that we do with it? Well, autocannon armament effective at medium range. Okay, so the firing range is about 2,231 feet, which is actually pretty decent. Anywhere in that range, you're going to be doing a lot pretty good, or you're doing pretty good. You're not really going to hit anything above 2,000 feet. Not really. Honestly, though, this is like the 2,231 feet is kind of like the limit. Like, you wouldn't want to go any further than that. But honestly, if you want to destroy things quickly, because these guns, they don't overheat super fast. But once they're overheated, they take a long time to cool down again. So my suggestion is to get closer than 2,231 feet. Get about 1,500 feet or 1,000 feet is even more ideal. So that's where they're talking about the medium range. So yes, you can shoot that far, but it's not really effective. You're going to want to get a lot closer to your target before unloading. You'll give them less time to react to your firing. You'll have more shots hit, more kills, more experience, yada yada. That's what you want. So medium range, pretty good. And these guns are absolutely amazing. They absolutely destroy everything. Low survivability often catches fire. You're a fighter. You're not expected to live very long. But this plane, I disagree with that statement. It has low survivability compared to other planes at the tier, but it's got more armor, more hit points, more oomph in its hit points and the survivability than other planes at the same tier, in my opinion. Catches fire or whatever, I don't even care. Yeah, it might concern you, but I really just don't even care. Good airspeed and boost. That's iffy. I mean, you're better than some, but you're definitely not great. So, I kind of disagree with that statement. I don't really see it having great airspeed. It has okay airspeed, but not ideal. Good maneuverability in horizontal turns, that's where this plane differs from the FW-190. The 190 has a terrible, terrible turning radius. This, you'll turn just fine. You're not going to outturn like Spitfires or Zeros or whatever, but you're definitely going to be outturning 109Es, FW-190s. What else are you going to outturn? The P-40, you'll outspin that. I'm sure you'll outspin a couple of these planes, not the AC-1, but you kind of get the drift. I'm pretty sure you outspin the F-4F. So yeah, and the XP-44. It has very decent maneuverability. Yes, I would agree with that. Which is great because the guns are great. So having good maneuverability is good. Effective in low altitude combat and in destroying small amounts of armored ground targets. What do I have to say about this? Well, that's true. That is true. These bombs will destroy targets. They are not small bombs. They are quite decent. However, you are a multi-role fighter. You are not an attack aircraft. That means you do not go and attack factories. That means you do not go and attack ground targets with your guns unless you almost have the sector and you want to take it. You are wasting your plane if you are shooting ground targets, in my opinion. Unless you have just a little bit more to get the sector in your favor and there's no aerial targets above you, or it's a bomber that's way out of your range. Only shoot ground targets if you have to. Don't shoot ground targets because you can, because it's not where this plane shines. The 20 mils will do the job, but you shouldn't be relying on it. It's not something that you should go out of your way to do. What else do I need to say? Can carry bombs and rockets. Well, we already covered that. Let's check these out. I'm curious right now. Let's see. The bombs, 2,200 damage. The rockets, 115 blast radius, 197 blast radius. Just get the bombs. Just get the bombs. If you really want the rockets, you can. But don't expect to get Rocketeer in this medal. You're not shooting down planes with these bombs. They're effective against armored targets, not air targets. Personally, I just prefer bombs because you don't have to point your nose at the ground. You can stay a little bit higher in the air to drop them. And with the larger burst radius, you don't have to be as accurate as you do with the rockets. So, and you can also, if someone's right on your tail, just go down and try to bomb them. I'm a big fan of bombs. If I have bombs over rockets, unless the rockets are air-to-air, I'll always get the bombs. So, but if you really want to do the rockets and that fits your play style, so be it. But these are not air-to-air rockets, and you will not be shooting down planes with your rockets. Unless you get lucky, which, I mean, everyone can get lucky, right? But you're not supposed to be doing it. It's not ideal. It's not advised. It's not going to happen very often. Alright, so with that out of the way, this plane is pretty good. I don't want to compare it to other planes. I just want to tell you how it feels compared to other planes rather than the stats, because the stats don't always mean everything. So we're going to do that. I only have the improved reflector sight because, you know, accuracy. I always think accuracy is very, very important. And the rest of this, do what you want. That's why I don't really like telling people what to do with their equipment, because it all depends on your playstyle. Do you want more maneuverability so you can potentially outspin a Spitfire, which is possible if you really focus on maneuverability? Or would you rather have more airspeed when you're just gliding? so that you can get to targets a little bit faster? Or would you rather make sure that your bombs hit so you're more of a GA? Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Do you want to reduce your fire? Sure, go for it. Is AA annoying you? Sure, put the conceal livery on it. Do what you think is best. What annoys you about this plane the most? Where do you find this plane's biggest weakness? Or what strength do you want to amplify more? That's my view on it. So do what equipment you feel best. Another passing mention, this plane does not get free camouflage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I can't mount my beta sticker on there. It's like, what is that? World of Warplanes 4th anniversary. Nobody cares to see that on the plane. So service, standard ammo. If you want to do something else, so be it. I don't like wasting credits or gold that way, but do what you think is best. Your bombs, and then I have these equipment because I would rather not have terrible accuracy, or my engine die and me stall, or not being able to turn on my enemy. That bothers me much more than just losing my hit points to fire. So I'll just let myself burn. I don't even care. Now, as for your pilot, I should probably check that on because I have the Tornado now. But let me go show you where my pilot is that I used in the Hurricane, and we can look at the pilot skills that I suggest for this plane. Let's see. Tornado. I don't have this one fully upgraded, so I'm not entirely sure how this one compares to the Hurricane 2, but let's see. Oh, yep, accuracy. Wow, I'm surprised. Always do accuracy, I think. You'll be surprised at how effective this is. It really, really makes a difference. So yeah, go ahead and put the Marksman 1 and 2 on. I think that would definitely be useful to you. But as like my argument with everything else, if there's something else here that you really want, like if you're trying to put an emphasis on increasing your speed, then maybe the engine would be more beneficial to you. Or if you really want to be the GA that this plane is not supposed to be, well, then put your bomb demolition expert on. You know, it's just the thing about World of Warplanes 2.0 is that the equipment and the crew skills are very customizable. So I think that all of the crew skills, all of the equipment have a very necessary role, and that they're all useful in their own regard. I love accuracy. I love when my shots hit consistently. So I go for accuracy. But if you want to go for something else, be my guest. But I recommend the accuracy. And I think that about covers it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Do I recommend this plane? Yes. Yes. If you want a good line that will bring you a lot of fun, you really want a fun line, then I highly, highly recommend these three planes. They are amazing. I haven't really played the Tornado too much, so I don't know about this one as much, but I hear it's very good. The Hurricane 1, the Hurricane 2, some of my favorites at the tier. I like them more than the Spitfire. That's my personal opinion, but I like them more than the Spitfire. They have amazing, amazing guns. And good maneuverability, which is rather bizarre. Let's see. It's well worth it. Alright, enough yabbering. Let's go to the gameplay. Alright, welcome to the gameplay of the Hurricane 2. This battle is played on, I don't know what map. We'll see in a second here. But what's the things to keep in mind? Well, watch how I use my bombs. I don't go out of my way to drop the bombs. I only drop the bombs when I have an opportunity because there's no planes around, or I'm low to the ground and I'm going over a target anyway. But you don't want to make yourself vulnerable to enemy fire by dumping bombs or rockets or whatever you loaded on there. And alright, so here we go. 2,000 feet, I start getting in range and I try to load. Now look, my guns overheated rather quickly down in the bottom over here. They overheated rather quickly and they took quite a while to cool down, and so that's something you need to keep in mind. If you're not hitting your target, it's almost beneficial to just lay off the trigger for a little bit until you find your mark again, because otherwise you'll just have overheated guns and that's not going to be beneficial. So, one other passing mention. This replay is from pre 2.0.4, so in the previous update. However, the plane was not altered in the last update, and so I think this replay is still completely valid. I still have a few other replays that I want to do that I have that are amazing battles, and I don't want to not use them just because it's a new update. I think it's still valid, so especially since this plane hasn't been changed in the last update. Alright, so here we go. Look how quickly those guns absolutely ruin planes. They destroy them. One other thing, I hate this map. I don't necessarily hate the map itself, I just hate the layout. I think it's a very broken layout. I don't know if they changed it in the last update, but I hate this layout. It's one of my least favorites. Oh, right there, I'm playing with W.S. Carter. He's a really fun guy to play with. I enjoy it. He's a really good player, too. He always gives me such a challenge when I face him. So, we're going to be playing with him. Shoot this Yak 1. Absolutely ruin him. We got more planes incoming, so right now, I just want to guard our airfield. If we lose our airfield, well, then the enemy will be able to have a spawn right next to us, and that's not good. If the enemy can spawn right here, where my mouse is, compared to where they start their spawn, then, well, that's just not good. You won't want them to spawn far away from you. So hold the airfield. I think it's more important than the garrison. I think you need to hold both of them when you're on this side in order to win. You really do. But the airfield's more important. Major contribution yet again. Oh, I got set on fire. I don't have a fire extinguisher because I think it's silly. So I'm just gonna burn. I don't even care. Shoot him. I don't think I killed him. We got Yak 1 coming in again, so we're gonna ruin him as well. Notice I haven't dropped my bombs at all yet, because the opportunity has not arisen. Even when I was fighting that airfield, I did not intentionally go out of my way to drop the bombs. You want to shoot the air targets. We lost the airfield, so I'm going to have to go back and take the airfield. It's been a while since I've seen this battle, so I'm not entirely sure what we do. But I think W.S. Carter is just going to hold out as long as he can for a little while, and I'm going to go back and defend the airfield. Could be wrong, though. We got our Winged Legend already, and the battle's barely begun, honestly. It's about half done. Which is, I actually kind of am glad they took the airfield, because it's going to make the battle a little bit more even, which will last longer, which will give us a higher combat score. So, I don't really care. I guess I'm just going to keep shooting planes. Why not, right? Turkey shoot. Let's shoot them down. So we got KI-43-2, or is that a 1? I don't know. We got Tip of the Spear. I don't remember what that one's for. I think it's 22,000 combat points as a flight. I'm not positive. We will check after the battle. It looks like half the enemy team is waiting to respawn right now. That's what happens if, you get the opportunity. Alright, now I'm going back to take the airfield, because I think it's vital, especially since, if you look, our garrison is almost gone. You don't want them to get superiority. So I'm going back, taking the airfield. So if we lose the garrison, it won't be tragedy. Oh, look at that. They have superiority. You know what that means? I got greedy. That's what that means. We got greedy and started shooting, but it doesn't really matter. We took the airfield very quickly, and they didn't get enough of a point jump on us. But now I gotta go back and take out the garrison that they just stole, because now it's at the point where you don't want them to get any more points. So going over there, going head on with a heavy fighter, and I'm not even worried. That's how powerful these guns are, and that's why I love it. You can go head on with heavies if you're careful and you make sure you aim your shots right. Alright, so we got a boomerang, an air defense, not very hard. When you're taking out these garrisons, it is important to shoot down the heavies first, especially if you're doing it solo. And if you don't have a plane that can deal with the heavies quickly, then it's advised not to shoot at garrisons solo. This plane can deal with heavies very easily. Look how quickly those guns just ruined them. They just absolutely destroyed them. So that's why these guns are so much fun. They can deal with stuff. But yeah, when you're going against a garrison solo, it's advisable to destroy the heavies if possible, because all it takes is one good pass from the heavy air defense, and you're done. You're just done. You can survive the boomerangs a lot longer, or the other fighter air defense. So keep that in mind when you're fighting those. We have a whole swarm of enemies. Final resistance. Shoot it down as many as we can before the battle ends. It's squall line, so if I die, it's over, but every kill I get, it's over for them. So shooting this KI, absolutely destroy him in like 2 seconds flat. Amazing guns, amazing guns. I-17, again, just melt his hit points. Just absolutely delete him from the game. XP-44, come down. And you can also see where the accuracy comes in. The more of our shots are hitting because of the accuracy buffs. We got ace, and we did not shoot down a single bomber so far. So that's an impressive score. I like that. Almost got killed here. Almost. That was very scary. Spitfire's getting on my tail. And the Spitfire killed me. But you know, it's okay, because I missed what, like 15 seconds of the battle. We already won. It's all good. Not too worried. Carter and I held them for a very long time. That was a very fun battle. Look at all the score we got. I think I'm going to show it in a second. And Carter got, yeah, 15,000 combat points as well. So great job, Carter. That was an amazing battle. That was very fun. I don't think I could have taken this battle down solo. So great job to Carter. Got Ace, Winged Legend, Raptor Duo, and Lords of the Sky, I believe. I don't remember what Lords of the Sky is, but we shall find out. So again, I highly recommend this plane if you haven't gotten it already. It's absolutely fun to play. It is loads of fun to play. We got a token, Lords of Sky, Winged Legend, yep. So it's not exactly the greatest on chevrons, but that was just because there wasn't enough sectors. They were never over our sectors really to begin with. So we were just shooting them for the fun, for the sport, honestly. Got some of our missions. We did 3,774 damage to aerial targets. Tip of the spear, 22,000 combat points. Yep. What's Lords of the Sky? I don't know what that is. 25 aerial targets as a flight. Great job. We got Ace for 20 kills, Winged Legend for 14,000, Hunt for something, and it's for like 8 fighter kills or something stupid like that. Made 86,000 credits, 2,300 experience. Not a bad game. Very, very fun. Highly recommend it. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.